Hello, good afternoon. Today is 8th of October 2020. And this video is associations. In the associations, the subject is the buildings. In the buildings, it is my building, Albia building. Now there are two numbers, it's one and number two. This is number two. We had an invasion from the Bilbao Water Consortium of 24% throughout the years. The strategy they use is very simple. They simply go on board the building and they increase the cost and administration and they put maintenance and they lift the image of the building by increasing cost and refurnishing everything and they changed the windows and they eliminated 7 centimeters granite and this is really Holocaust and this is what they do and constantly now they are going to change. I don't know, well there's something to change. I mean they changed the entrance, now they changed the outside windows and so of the building with the excuse of environment and well a lot of small owners they cannot pay this, so they have been taken by the banks and then they buy very cheap from these proprietors and this is how they have been obtaining 24% of this building. Of course, we have responsibility and we, let's say, business persons that have some kind of experience in these associations, and this is why I made this. We have to explain to all the members that we have international experience and that the justice road it is really 5% efficiency in Spain. So if you want to rebate everything in the meetings they had, if you want to go for any kind of inspection of the buildings, third party, or if you want to have a proof of whatever numbers, then you have to put 10,000 euros in the table divided by 17%. Now we are 18%. So, sorry, 18, not 28%. So in this last coronavirus situation, which I made so many videos, it has been very positive because we got 11% more. And this video is for you. So if you are owner of Albia 2 and my friend, my brother, my sister, Albia 1, it can be copied because my goal is that there are 50,000 public buildings in Spain. What need does the Water Consortium of Bilbao have to use this building 24% and the building 1 24 or something percent? If the council is empty, if the Palace of Justice is with a 5% efficiency, if we have the Merchant Marine, the government, the Biscay province, the Basque government, the tax authorities, and the Nationalist Party and the Socialist Party. Well, total in Spain is 50,000 buildings. Why cannot they sell these 50,000 buildings and get 300 billion to reduce poverty in Spain and decrease tax so that then we have a wealth generation, intrinsic value for a country of 300 billion. Bam! Yeah, well, isn't that funny? But if you look at it from the savings in costs, then it is 50,000. So they spent 4 million, they want to spend 5 million in this building, my building. So imagine, times 50,000 buildings. I really made some kind of simulation comparison between the cost of the building and the payrolls in each building. I got to the conclusion if say Spanish public expenditure is 160,000 billion and Amazon it's 300 last year it was 300 sales billion, and so then we have 3 million workers times 850,000 workers. This was a steady comparison, a statistical comparison last year, well this year, but next year will change, yes, because some will grow expenses, like if they do this kind of building, you can compare what is the expense of the public buildings and the humans that live there. Plus, If you can compare Amazon, it's the opposite. So you have utility and inutility. Yeah, the opposite. So this is growing up and this is growing down. So if this generates $1, $11, as I explained before, this is the collateral indirect jobs that utility generates. Intrinsic value generates intrinsic value. And because the area of competence, then buildings of competence, and so if we, then it is even more than 11. But I have to explain it simply because if I get to having things very complicated, then I will need some 500 billion buildings to calculate these formulas. So let's go simple, it's better and faster. So then we are going to send the burofax and then try to pull back the last meeting, 2,500 euros, because it is really crazy how the justice works in Spain. It really doesn't work, you know, it is thrown to the bin. Every time you go to the Palace of Justice, it's just like, you know, come on. Yes, because the sentence is not in 24 hours, so, and the sentence is not for free, so there is no justice. Simple. Then also we have also to get some architect report, the third party, plus all the numbers. We have to make numbers. Then probably as we did in the honorary consuls regarding the career consuls, general consuls, it was very funny because it was very fact of discrimination. But obviously someone decided that this was very politically important area. So with the honorary consuls, even though we are 40 and there is 5 general consuls, then it is some kind of important. And so then, of course, my trial, my requirement not to discriminate in the elections, honorary and general, then it was put back by judges, first instances. So I really found out that I was very important. So this building also, Albia 2, is also very, very important. So probably everything we do in justice will be, yeah. Therefore, I'm asking you, even though I have here the list of proprietors of the building, none of them are English or yes. So I am probably speaking to yourself only. And, and this is very funny. But the main question is the 50,000 public buildings. And so, you know, if you're going to lend them money, where are you throwing the money? Okay. So think about it. Yes. And then after this, yes, I'm just reading, sorry, the list is 61 proprietors, 61 proprietors. And none is English last names or Singaporean or Chinese or French or German. None one of them. But really, does it matter that we learn how to defend our proprietor interests in all the associations of buildings in Spain with transparency, democracy, and efficiency? Yes, well, I think it does matter because we are here as corporate social responsibility business persons to show in our area of competence how to improve our competitive advantage. And if I can make a saving for each dollar you have, then it's a pleasure. And I hope that the new generations will learn that statistically we went from 17% to 28%. Now we are going to have a round of contacts again to get to 28%. Sorry, 28 we already have today. Today is 8th of October. Yeah, we had a meeting. We have to put another 10,000 euros to defend this case again in the justice, which is a disaster. Spanish justice is like a Stone Age, and yes, and the Spanish laws are pre-Iron Age. Yes, yes. So the funny thing is that if we put, I think it is 1% is 600 euros. So some have 2.5, have to pay 1,500. some point 15, so 90 euro. The question is that if the judge gives the right to us the platform of the 28%, which we have to ask how many have of this 28% energy to pay for going to the stone palace of justice. Yes. Then if you have this energy and money to pay, then the funny question is that the sentence will only be positive for those that did complain and put the demand. Well, this is justice, so there is no real justice. It should be for all. Yes, but then it's not fair. If I pay and I go for this, then why should it be for all? And this is the question that if it is a penal demand, then it's for free. It's a civil demand. It is not for free. We have to pay these 10,000 euros. So this is a huge problem that to defend a person, a human that is a proprietor of a building, you can really take that person to bankruptcy. And this is what is happening in this building. Then they take advantage of that and they buy the building. They already have 24. They want to have more. But that's not the question. See, the question is to show you, millennial Z generation, that if you read this newspaper, this was the 2nd of October. Yes. If you read this newspaper, they say around here at the end that we have 17% or something. And that's a lie. We have 28. So then this proves not only we have a stone age in the justice, but also we have a stone age in the press. So are you going to buy press today? Then I was watching the news, the television, and I saw no news about this. Yes. Well, you see, this is the proof. Are you going to watch the public television news today? Are you? Yes. You? Yes, you're thinking about it. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds. Gone. Then, now you know that all the news you get are not correct because we have 28%. And this video is for you that you understand English. And if you are the son or the daughter of the proprietor of this building, please let them know kindly that we would appreciate them being in the platform. If we had 50.01, then we would need not meet anymore. Like today, we would need not go to the Palace of Justice for nothing. We would need not be just in the press. After 20 years, me, proprietor of this building, first time in the press and the data is not correct. They will not put any more in the press again because there is an order somewhere. We are so important, you and me, that this 28%, it has to be hidden from you. Yes. So this is what we got in coronavirus, and now we have brains, we have to think. But please ask your mommy and your daddy to vote. And if you work for our neighbors, the water consulting, tell them, please, come on. What's going on? Why do we have to eliminate the small businesses? Do these labor unions and these companies that are public have responsibility? Yeah. Then why don't they concentrate 50,000 buildings in one, so we don't need to pay so much security, so much maintenance, so much, I don't know, lifting of the buildings and overheads and communications and travel and contamination, pollution, yes, and transparency. Why cannot we say this here in the press? You see? Yes, yes. And yeah, so this is the proof what news you get in everywhere that surrounds you really say we have 28. These guys say we have 17, 17. That's not correct. I am going for 50.01. If you know a proprietor in this building, please ask them kindly. We are just wanting to help a small and medium business owners. There is no right for them to close their business. Enough hard times they have. They provide 90% of jobs. It is really a pleasure to talk to them and help them for free. You do that. I want your vote. I want it now. I don't want to go to Palace of Justice. They will just, you know, no point. What's the point? Yes. Well, thank you very much indeed for your time. We will be back with more news about this from 17 to 28. Wait. Thank you. Bye.